And now, for your listening pleasure, straight out of Milwaukee, the least talked about podcast in Wisconsin, hip or critical, your outlet to let us praise or vent on all things that in the end really don't matter. How you doing, Al3xaMKE?
I'm doing great, Dave MoKE. How have you been?
I'm tired. I've been moving kids back into school. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So,
Aw, you're
so again,
sad. You're so sad.
oh, it's terrible. Finding stuff in the refrigerator when you left it there, not finding 100 half-empty bottles of water that they drank 2 sips out of and threw out, and not one in the garbage can.
Okay, I've got a quick little aside on this. We're gonna do a little tangent. When my daughter was 18, I told her you have 2 options. You can live at home or you can move out. If you live at home, you live under my rules. If you move out, you can live under your rules. So
You always think you're going to do that to them,
No. She actually went, I'm moving out. So she got herself a job, a good full-time job, moved out with a roommate. I'm on the phone not 3 weeks after she moves out, and she's yelling at her roommate. Why are you leaving these half cans of soda all over the house? And I went, you sound like your mom. It took
Well, that's just
3
it.
weeks to sound like mom.
The girls come back and go, Dad, all those things you tell us, I know why you say that. Like the girls who can't put the toilet paper back on the roll and it sits right there. You're sitting down. What are you doing here? She goes, now it bothers me. I see that. Yeah, but they come here and they revert to their old child part. They don't pick up the plate. They know, none of the food. You're a guest here. This is not how a guest would treat their host.
No. They're never a guest. They're always your kids. They're always welcome home, and they're always going to do that. So get used to it.
Exactly.
Get off my lawn.
But yes, the key is, you had the key. The key is to make it so miserable when they're here that they don't want to come back. And that's a sad thing to do.
I don't believe it for a moment. So anyway, we're gonna talk about our hip happenings. I know it's a day late and a dime short, but I did go see Suicide Squad. I know you saw it. What was your take on it?
Listen, it gave me everything I thought it was going to do. And again, I wasn't expecting a lot. One of those guys who wasn't expecting much, because it seems like everybody in the world has one review that they tell you when they say, hey, see Suicide Squad? They go, oh no, I heard Jared Leto only had a cameo in it. It really sucks. Well, Jared Leto's, it wasn't about him. And when the guy from the Rolling Stone, excuse my mic, says this botch job makes Fantastic Four look good. No. Nothing can make Fantastic Four, the reboot one, look good. No. So
are you talking about the most recent one? Because I saw that one and I didn't like it. Suicide Squad, to me, the problem is that should have been at least 2 or 3 movies, because they had a lot of character development to do, and they really didn't spend enough time on any of the character development.
Well, and that's the knock, but they have to do that. It's a movie. You got to say, hey, there's a problem. Hey, we're going to get these guys together. Hey, let's see who these guys are. Hey, let's get the problem solved, and then, hey, wrap it up. You can't do much more in a movie.
That's what I'm saying. It should have been 2 or 3 movies, and they probably should have used a little different storyline to introduce everybody. But it was okay. I mean, it is what it is. It's kind of like a linking movie. It's a prequel. I don't know what you want to call it.
It's right. Listen, it's all it is a prequel, right? It's an origin story. That's what these things are. Origin stories, just like I had to go back because I had skipped Batman versus Superman, because I was like, Ben Affleck, and I never liked any of the Batman movies, which I think we're going to talk about in the future, right? We're going to try to talk about.
Yeah, we're gonna do a side rant on Marvel versus DC at some point. We'll do an after hours thing.
But that was nothing more than an origin story too. It's like, here's your villains, here's your good guys, and they're all going to come together in what?
The Justice League.
Yeah. And I like Jared Leto. His little cameo, as much as he had, that's all he needed in that movie. He wasn't the main focus. I thought he did a great job.
He wasn't a cameo, though. I'm gonna say, everybody kept saying, "Oh, Jared Leto's part was so small." Jared Leto's part was amazing, what he did, and I think he made an amazing Joker. So I'm really looking forward to the future of his Joker. And
I have no problem with him.
And going back to Batman versus Superman, Zack Snyder, again, was the director of that film. Zack Snyder is hit or miss. I kind of like his vibe. So if they bring him back for Justice League, I don't know who they're going to have as the director. I really haven't looked that up lately. But I don't mind Zack Snyder. I like his dark take on things. And I don't mind the fact that he's, you know, a little bit off kilter on some of what he does, because people are expecting certain things out of these movies, especially since the Marvel universe came about. But I don't want a cookie cutter movie. I don't want exactly.
No, you got to move forward. I guess the next Spider-Man's going to be a girl. So, you know, we got to move on. We've seen it, done it. It's been rebooted twice. Please give me a take on it, and I'll judge the movie itself.
Right, know? Yeah, I agree. So side rant on Marvel versus DC. You guys can look for that in the near future, probably within the next week or two. And I'm going to move on because I went to go see TJ Miller on Sunday night.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He, you know, the couple of guys who were, you know, leading up, there was a local guy, and I wish I would have gotten his name, and I didn't, and it wasn't on our playbill, so I don't know what his name is, but he was, he's a local comedian. He was completely hilarious. He only did about 5-10 minutes, and he was also the MC. I really enjoyed him. The next two guys who came up, they were amusing. I mean, they were fine. And then this woman comes on and she starts singing, and she's got the most amazing voice. And I'm like, wow, she sounds like a Broadway actress. You know, her voice is very, you know, it's impeccable.
America's Got Talent. Wisconsin's Got Talent.
It turns out it was TJ Miller's wife. And wow. She was amazing. And so she kind of was the lead into TJ Miller, and he was hilarious. And he did a longer set because I don't think he expected to go for almost like an hour and a half. He did almost 90 minutes, I believe. And he was really good. The best part of it, though, is he really took after some guy in the audience and really was like going back and forth. It wasn't a heckling situation either. So that was kind of nice.
More of just a, you know, they have that bro thing where, you know, where you can call your best buddy a dick and he knows that that's your best friend.
Kind of.
You know?
He was definitely needling this guy, and, you know, because he was wearing sunglasses, so he was needling him about wearing sunglasses. And then, you know, the guy was from Pennsylvania, so he was kind of getting on his case about some other stuff that he was, you know, giving TJ answers to. But it was hilarious. I really enjoyed it. Definitely worth the price of admission more than once. And the interesting thing is he said, "Oh, I'm trying to prepare for my HBO special." And I don't know how much material he got through from his HBO special because he was just having such a good time riffing off this guy in the audience. So I really enjoyed it. So, yeah.
Good. Now, what's the pizza have to do with all this, though?
What's pizza have to do with it? Well, the pizza doesn't have anything to do with it. But recently in New Berlin, a Mod Pizza opened up. It's a franchise pizza place, much like Blaze Pizza. If you haven't been to either Blaze or Mod, basically it's the Subway kind of attitude towards pizza. So you go through the line, you choose, you know, your crust, and then you have them put the sauce on, then you choose your cheeses and your toppings, and they fire it up, and after you're done, you have pizza. The nice thing I liked about Mod Pizza is they also do the same thing with the salad, whereas they don't do that at Blaze. Blaze has kind of like a salad, you know, like a ready salad to go, and they'll give you whatever. But both are really good. But Mod's right here. The prices are reasonable. They're on the corner of National and Moreland. They opened up within the last few weeks, and definitely suggest if you're in the area to give them a try and a shout out, because they're really good. They were quick, they were delicious, and cheap. And to me, quick, delicious, and cheap with lots of options. That's the way to go.
Three triangles: quick, easy, cheap. You know, that's quick, fast, cheap. Yeah, cool.
Yep, for sure.
And yeah, you and I have talked about this on the side. The next movie, another movie we'll jump back in just for a quick, is The Magnificent Seven. You know, again, remakes are always weird, but True Grit was a great remake when they redid it. There've been some good remakes. My bro crush is in there. Chris Pratt, my bro crush. So.
Oh, I know. Roger and I are big fans of quoting from Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'm loving the fact that there's Chris Pratt. It looks
Star-Lord.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like it's going to be a really great ensemble cast. You know, and you know, are you a big fan of the old westerns?
Oh gosh, yes. I mean, anytime there's a spaghetti western on, I'm all on it. You know. So yes, I'm a Outlaw Josie Wales is one of my favorite all-time western movies.
You're a Clint Eastwood too. Yeah, Rogers too. Yeah, love the Clint Eastwood. So, but yeah, and speaking of what's coming up in fall, we've got a lot of TV shows are coming up. So let's just go through these, and I'll throw some things out and spitball, and you can tell me what your take is on them. We've got Dance Mom season 6 is starting up on Lifetime on Tuesday.
Where's my remote? I forgot to put that record on that one.
No, I know you're looking for Z Nation that's going to be coming up because you're the big. Yeah. Let's see.
The Walking Dead has already started. The Walking Dead is going to be starting again, so I'm going to get my fill of that.
Another one. Another one that you're looking for is Dancing with the Stars. Season 23, Dancing with the Stars, starting on September 12th. I know you're a big fan of that too.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that because somebody's in there that we want to talk about a little bit later.
Yeah, I know, right. And then one we're actually both pretty excited about. South Park season 20 is going to be starting Wednesday, September 14th.
My gosh. 20.
Season 20.
I started hitting Simpsons at 20 and stuff. I was like, oh my gosh. Now I go back and I look at when I see an old one on, I go, oh, what year was this from? And I can't believe how far back it's from. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Right. So Friday, September 16th is when Z Nation does start again. And that is season 3. I know you're going to be following that.
My comedy is You're the Worst. That's one of them that's coming. I'm a big fan of like Legit that was on, and The League, and Sunny in Philadelphia. This one, You're the Worst. Oh, terribly hard to watch, uncomfortable humor in there. So
well, and then we have Gotham season 3 for people who are, big fans of the DC universe. That's going to premiere on Monday the 19th.
Fish Mooney's back.
Yeah, and then we got The Voice the same day, so it's going to be, you're going to have to set that DVR. We have New Girl season 3, which I know is season 6, which is another big one of yours, and you're gonna have to set the DVR because Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. also premieres on ABC on Tuesday.
But Agent Carter went away.
Yes, it did.
So I'm kind of disappointed of that.
Now here's one. I know we're old enough to remember the original Lethal Weapon. They're actually bringing that back as a TV series, and that's going to be starting up on Wednesday.
Like MacGyver came back. They got the MacGyver out now too.
Yep. But actually, speaking of reality shows, and all joking aside, I'm a huge Survivor fan. That's coming back Wednesday, September 21st. Millennials versus Gen X. I'm really excited to see this because my daughter is considered Gen X, but a lot of people I know are millennials. So it's going to be really, really fun. And then, so on and so forth. We have a bunch of like Grey's Anatomy is coming back, and the things that people really enjoy. Blacklist season 4. They're going to start an Exorcist. Hawaii Five-0 is back. Shark Tank is back if you're into that. Van Helsing, if you are a vampire person.
I might try that one out. Yes.
Yeah, and those are all towards the end of the month. So I think it's going to be an interesting TV season coming up, and hopefully there's something for everybody to enjoy. Definitely not a fan of like Dancing with the Stars, which I don't think.
We used to really laugh when the boss sang 57 channels and nothing on when cable came out, at the first time, and we always go, God, yeah, 57 channels, and I still go through going like, there's nothing there to watch. Now the thing is what, at 300, 400? I mean, really, how many channels could you really jump on if you wanted to?
Well, and the thing is that I probably have 170 channels literally that I can tune to that aren't the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not an HD version and
Right. And I probably go through about 30 really that you keep in your rotation,
I don't even think I have that many. It's probably maybe 15. But what I am looking forward to is some of the Netflix stuff that's going to be coming up, and we'll probably talk about that next time. So we'll have that lined up. So people who love Netflix, cord cutting, the whole 9 yards, we're going to be talking about that. Also, I've been researching chassis and boxes. So we will be talking about my choice of what I'm going to use for a box or a chassis with a remote, and we're going to build from there. So the cord cutting build is going to be well underway.
It's starting to happen.
Yeah. Do you have anything interesting planned for this weekend, or are you just kind of going to chill for Labor Day?
There's a birthday party for a guy that we're going to go out to by my folks'. So we're going to do a little hanging out there with them and just visit. They're all these older guys. They're all 20 years older than us, but they're driving BMWs and Harleys and, and going on trips in Argentina. So there's a whole different kind of group of people, and
A little bit of disconnect.
it's like, right. It's like being around, all the retired geniuses in the world of everything, like cars or academia or digging ditches. The best guy of all those is at this party usually.
Well, here's the deal. You are internet famous now, so ha ha.
Yes, and we're going to pass out discs. I'm going to pass out discs. We're going to make this for people.
There
here
you
now,
go. Yeah,
so.
we're, hit Dave up. He'll have a disc. I'm going to try to hit the Third Ward Art Weekend. It's on Broadway, just south of Milwaukee Public Market. In my mind, it's actually one of the best street art shows that you can get into. Obviously, it's free. There's music. There'll be the food, at the various restaurants along the side. You can always hit up Milwaukee Public Market. Parking isn't usually too bad. We usually haven't had to walk more than a block or a block and a half, which to me, when you're having an event, that's pretty good. Barring the fact that my husband has to put an exhaust pipe on his car. So hopefully we get that done and we can go do both. But yeah, that's pretty much, my weekend. I know we always talk about our internet adventures. So that's our weekend adventures. What did you see on the internet of interest?
Well, again, this was a good week to bash Kaepernick, a local boy, kind of. So it kind of brings to head a lot of different things that pop out there. You got Kaepernick sitting down, for his protest. You got Manziel out there protesting, I don't know what, work ethic. Hope Solo decided to tell people that, that they were cowards, because they played a different game than they did. And now she's been kicked off the team. And just 17 years, and this is what I get. Well, you don't get to be a dick, all right? And now Lochte is dancing on the stars. I wouldn't let that guy near anything. I guess controversy, like anything, sells, right?
Oh, but Dancing with the Stars is always like the B people. They're like the B celebrities.
But he shouldn't even be a B. This guy lied to a host country when he did something wrong. I'm sorry. This is how this guy even has a girlfriend after that? I would have just, yeah, you didn't even need to lie. You could have walked away, said sorry, and they wouldn't even have.
I'm sorry. That guy seems like he doesn't have two brain cells to rub together. So I'm not surprised at anything he does. So, but I actually want to go over the Kaepernick thing a little bit because I actually am in the Kaepernick corner, which I know a lot of people are thinking that he's not a patriot. But, I hearken back to the U.S. Olympic, or I mean, the Olympics that were in Mexico, around the the Black Power era with the civil rights and all the Black Power symbol that they put up during the Olympics, and everybody was mad at all of those athletes at that time. I think Kaepernick sitting down is making a statement. This is America. We do have freedom of speech, and this is his way to express his freedom of speech. And considering, and we talked about this the other episode about the Milwaukee riots and the unrest that's going on here. It's just something that he feels really strongly about. And I don't think, people should be judging him harshly like he's not a true American. He's actually a very good American because he's using the rights that everybody have fought for to make a statement. And, that's perfectly fine. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, what's your take?
Football is football. This is that kind of thing where you say, let's separate church and state somewhere. Okay. I mean, again, this is the football field. You're there for a job, but the NFL doesn't have anything to say about standing or lowering. So you get to do that. All right. You have that ability, as you said, and you're right to sit down, but you should also then be, able to not use that as the platform, but you get a mic stuck in your face every time you want to. Stop then. If you called a press conference together because you wanted to talk about that, I think there'd be microphones. But I guess maybe that isn't sensational enough. But
probably not. But he did make a statement. People are talking, and I do think we need to have a conversation about this. Like I said, I'm in his corner. He's got a First Amendment right. The NFL doesn't care. He's making a statement. He's not hurting the NFL at all. So
no, and again, right. And we are a nation that forgives or forgets or again is not maybe doesn't understand something when it happens, and we learn to understand it later. We are a nation of that. I mean, even let's look at Ali. Ali was a conscientious observer for the Vietnam War. All
Exactly.
right?
Yep.
You know, I mean, that was a very big thing at that time. Now,
Yeah.
again, that wasn't like not going to World War II back in the day. You know, if you didn't go to Vietnam, a lot of times it was like, oh, naughty, naughty you. All right, you're going to Canada? Gotcha. You need a ride? Okay. I mean, again, Vietnam was not World War II. All right. So, but again, he became a conscientious observer. It was, you know, that hurt him at the time. But it certainly didn't when he came back later, and you know, he came back out, and people, you know, embraced him and remembered him for the whole and not the one. And I guess that's really what it is. Everybody should be judged on the whole and not the one. I mean, you're getting schools now that are ripping off presidents' names because they might have been affiliated with the KKK at one point in their life. I don't know that we really need to be doing that as well. Whole, not the part, you know. And
I agree. Because, you know, people are complex, and this is part of his complexity. You know, and you know, this guy's doing a lot of other good, and at the end of the day, you know, he's not hurting anybody. He's just making a statement, and you know, it's loud. It's a loud statement to a lot of people.
Barkley says it himself, though. I am not a role model. We remember him saying that, you know.
Yes, and no athletes should be held as a role model, but some of them are. And
well, as soon as you take money to push a product, unfortunately, I believe you enter in the contract where you become a role model. Okay, because it's a product. You know, if you don't want that money, then don't put on the hire. Don't let kids go, oh, I want to be like Mike. All right, that's being a role model. Be like Mike. That's what they use as a slogan. So if you're going to push a product, you're going to need to be liked, and you're going to be in need of a role model.
This sounds like a side rant to me. This sounds like an after-hours rant. So
yeah.
So
well,
yeah.
we're not going to get to our third one. We were at 26 minutes already.
Yeah,
so we'll save that one again. But let's play a little bit. Let's finish up. Okay, you're right. So I agree. I'm kind of like one of those. Whatever. If that's the way he needs to do it, you know. But like you say, I don't think he needs to be roasted for it. No,
I don't think so either.
And not as much as the people again that are raising our drug prices. That was also a big thing that we talked about.
Oh my God, Martin Shkreli, the most evil person on the planet. And I don't use the word evil. I don't believe anybody's evil, but
he was the first one. He didn't do that. He didn't do that with the EpiPen. That was another girl that did that. Another company.
Yeah.
Because the insurance company would pay it. Well, why don't we charge it then? You know, I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, Martin Shkreli, oh my God. And I don't know if you saw the little note I put in here. He was actually the guy that paid $2 million for the Wu-Tang album that could never be played.
Did they take it back from him? I thought they said they were going to take it back.
No, there was a lawsuit because the guy that had the illustration on it didn't agree to it being sold with the illustration, and they worked something out. That must.
Oh, okay, I never saw how that resolved.
Yeah, I'm sure he made it rain in that guy's direction a little bit more. But now he is getting sued for something for hiding money or something. I know that he's still that guy, Martin Shkreli's crap or whatever.
Shkreli, yeah.
Shkreli,
Martin Skull Crusher, scum of the earth.
Scazzarelli. So, but now, they had to backtrack on the EpiPen now, so they put it down. They've discounted it to $300, which is still double what it used to be. And that's what we always think. It's like somebody even I saw this is all right. You got to pay for these people that it's life-saving thing that you know will work. They're paying $300 to $600 for these things. And meanwhile, Narcan, is free to all the ODers out there, you know. So
well, saving a life is saving a life. You know, there's lives that you know. I don't think you can put a value on a life. I mean, a life is a life, and they're all valuable. So it's like it doesn't matter whether it's an EpiPen or Martin Shkreli bringing AIDS medications, just out of this world expensive, or any of these. I mean, people are people and they're humans, and they all should be valued, except for Martin Shkreli.
I know. I don't like when you use that. When I say use other words beside that H word. I'm like, oh, I despise immensely. I mean, that's one guy where you release the hounds on.
Yes, release the hounds. Speaking of hounds, I'm actually going to do my rant real quick. And people don't understand this. I just got a kitten, and so we're going to do a little thing about humane societies and whatnot. Please. if you're going to get an animal, rather than getting a purebred, go to a humane society, an animal shelter, you know, one of the breed rescues. You can get an awesome animal.
Got my Louie. Louie's
Yep.
around here somewhere. Got
Yep.
him there.
Yep. So we just recently got a kitten. He looks like a cat. He's cute and he's adorable. But one of my rants is people not spaying and neutering their animals, letting them outside to create little ferals. Please do not do that. It just creates stress on the environment. It creates stress for the animals. Get your cats and dogs vaccinated. Get them microchipped. Please make sure that if there is a feral cat in your neighborhood, you contact one of the services that can do. It's called TNR, and that's trap, neuter, release. And what they'll do is they will trap the animal.
Neuter, release.
Trap, neuter, release. They will trap the animal. They will sterilize the animal. They will return the animal to its environment that it came from. Feral animals cannot be domesticated. You need to be aware of that. Mostly these are feral cats. They have a very short lifespan. It's probably about half or less of a typical domestic house cat.
Well, inbreeding, you know, and all that, typically.
Well, they don't inbreed when they're feral. They breed with everything. And I'll tell you, we had a feral in our neighborhood several years ago, and we had neighbors who were feeding the ferals, and we ended up with like 3 litters of kittens from that one feral female. So there was probably about 15 kittens running around at one time. They get hit by cars, they get disease. It's not good for the animals. No. And then finally, my other rant is, if you get a cat, train it properly. You do not need to declaw it. Do you like the tips of your fingers? What would you call it if you cut off the tips of somebody's fingers? What would you call that? Torture, maybe? Or
it's just the nails, you know, just pulling the nails out.
Yeah, I mean, that's not,
it's not like Vietnam,
right?
You know? I mean, come on.
So don't get your cats declawed. If your cat has a problem, they make little caps that you can glue onto their claws so they don't wreck your furniture. Cats don't like water. They don't like loud noises, so you can clap at them and yell at them, or you can squirt them with water from far away.
I have a water bottle. That's what I use. I use the water bottle.
And they you know, they're playful. They're awesome. Eventually they do learn. Get them the proper scratching posts. Get them cat trees. Get them places they can sit. They get them lots of toys. They will be adorable for their entire lives. Mostly, some of them are assholes. Let's face it. They knock crap out.
That's why you like a cat. Hey, that's the reason you like a cat. It's because dogs will run up to you and go, there's that guy, there's that guy. A cat's like, hey, come on over here, Louie. What? You want me to come over by you? That ain't happening right now. When
you don't have cats like my cats. My cats, we come home, we call them, and they come. And they jump up and they want to get petted. They stand on your shoulder.
On their time, though. If you call him over, he ain't coming. If you walk,
no. We would call our animals. They run. They run. They come out.
I have to ignore him. Pretend I don't care. And then he's got the litter box thing where, you know, I have to go in, clean the litter box. Then he runs right in after I'm done, and then goes in it again. That's his thing.
Okay, quick little story. Our one kitty goes in the litter box right after I change it. Checks it out. She always comes out, and then she thanks me. She rubs up against me and thanks me. So she likes a clean litter box.
Like the clean litter box. Yep. That's
all right. So we're just about at time. Hey.
Yep. All right. So let's just think a couple of things. Let's just talk about our great city of Milwaukee and the surrounding area. A couple of things. Again, we're gonna have to do this. Let's talk about the people that are at PopCon Milwaukee as well coming up, because there are some fun people that are coming up. It's a cheap place to go for a Comic-Con locally. All right. We'll talk about that. A Rocky Horror Picture Show next week at the Oriental midnight. So bring your newspaper, right?
Let's do the time warp again. I'm horrible at that.
Great Scott. Come on now. They're coming out with a new movie. They redid it and everything. It's time to go back to the original. Time to go back to the original.
We may have to rant about that. We'll see.
All right. And then Burning Man, please take a look at Burning Man stuff. I mean, it's a great place for counterculture.
Actually, when is Burning Man coming up? Because what will
going on right now?
Okay, when it's done, I'm going to see if Trey Radcliffe is out there. He's an amazing photographer. He does a lot of HDR photography. He's been out at Burning Man before. His photos are amazing. If he's out there and I see his photography, I'll make sure I post it on the Facebook page.
Fantastic. All right, and then we also got only a month away for October, so it's already start to think about Milwaukee tours. There's the 7-seat bike tour. You can go around Milwaukee. see all the bad haunts from the days of the liquor days and the bootleggers. Also, the Gothic Milwaukee Haunted Historical Walkthrough Tour. You can look up for that at Gothic Milwaukee. You've got a couple other things. This is kind of ties into yours. You got the rooftop agriculture market, right?
Awesome,
That's the
yeah.
rooftop one. CORE, the Al3xaMKE one. That's on Brew Street. That's monthly, every third Thursday. So in September, that's the 15th, 48. They got live music, story time, eggs, honey, prepared food. So that's kind of nice. Waukesha has a walk for Alzheimer's on September 10th. So look for that. Starving Artist Show coming up as well on Mount Mary's University. So watch for that. That's September 11th. So just some things coming up if you guys have people out there. Check out Milwaukee. Well, the weather's still hot.
Yeah, it's not hot this weekend, though. Our weather's going to be awesome. So everybody get outside. If there's something you need to do outside, go out and do it.
80 again.
Yeah, take a hike. Like, not literally like go away, just take a hike, enjoy nature. You know, and again, you know, to your point, farmers markets, you know, I always push farmers markets. Visit your local farmers markets. It's only going to be a few more weeks, and then we'll be talking about the winter's farmers market for Milwaukee County at another time. But for now, we need to thank our listeners. We have at least two, Pat and your mom. Pat is my neighbor. You know, we want you to turn somebody on to us. So if you do that and they tell two people and then they tell two people, we'll get more listeners. Dave's going to be putting together some stuff and putting us on iTunes. Please look for that. We've got our Facebook page. Please check out our Facebook page. We'll be sharing some links on there. And I think that's about it, Dave. What do you think?
No, thank you, the United States of America and all surrounding people and human beings in general for giving us things to talk about every week. I appreciate that. Entertaining humans. I love entertaining humans.
Yeah, the entertaining humans are good. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We need to talk more about Florida if you like entertaining humans, though. But we don't do that. We talk about Milwaukee a little bit.
Well, we got a lot of snowbirds going down there. High five, Milwaukee.
High five, Milwaukee. Everybody be good. We will see you later. Bye.